I think of China, the first thing that comes to my mind is their unique and delicious food. But actually there is so much more to China than just their great food. In this speech, I will give some important facts about China. After extensive research, I have chosen 3 areas of interest to share. First, I'll tell you about the country. Second, I'll tell you about interesting places to visit in this country. And last, I'll tell you about the Chinese culture. Let me begin by sharing some interesting facts that I have learned from China. As the 3rd largest country in the world, with a population over 1.3 billion, China is home to many different ethnic groups and religions. Most of the population is made up of Han Chinese, but there are at least 55 other ethnic groups in the country too. Mongol, Mon, and Bai are just 3 of these many ethnic groups. Mongol people are mostly found inhabiting Inner Mongolia. Their main supply of food is meat and milk. Mon originally came from a tribe called Jurchen, with an extensive history and brilliant culture. Bai are highly regarded for their artistic creativity. They are very inventive in architecture, painting, music, sculpture, and lacquer work. Atheism is predominant in China, but there are several other religions in this country. Buddhism, Taoism, Islam, Catholics, and Protestants are religious you would find in China. According to Ruby Sao, who wrote Harmony, the Essence of China's Culture of Peace, although many believe Confucianism is a religion, it is not a religion, but rather a code of ethics for proper personal behavior to promote good human relationships in a harmonious society. There are over 22 million followers of Islam, over 4 million followers of Catholics, and over 10 million Protestants. Next, I will share with you some interesting places to visit in this country. China has many different places and landmarks for tourists to visit. One place of particular interest is the capital city of Beijing. Beijing is one of the most popular tourist sites in People's Republic of China. It has about 140 million Chinese tourists and 4.4 million international visitors yearly. Also, the Great Wall of China is a very well-known and remarkable landmark. It is 5,500 miles long, stretching east to west, and runs through deserts, mountains, grasslands, and plateaus. The magnificence of this Great Wall of China, architectural design, as well as historical significance, makes it an attraction to many tourists. But it has been damaged over the years. According to an article in Civil Engineering by Xinhua News Agency, many factors have contributed to the deterioration of the wall. Several segments have been damaged by the removal of earth and bricks by nearby residents for their own use. Some local governments have torn down parts of the wall to make room for new construction projects. And businessmen have improperly restored the wall for tourism purposes without authorization. Last, I will tell you about the culture of the Chinese people. As opposed to being an individualistic society, the Chinese are collectivists in nature. The Chinese people have a need to be a part of a group, whether it is with family, friends, work, or in the country. They value respect for one another and would never publicly embarrass anyone in any case. A willingness to suppress their own feelings or needs for the good of the group can be seen in this culture. While in a group setting or meeting, it is customary for a person to remain silent, even if they disagree with what is being said. This is done because to speak out in disagreement would cause both parties to lose credibility and respect. Chinese also feel it is disrespectful to stare and will avoid eye contact to show reverence. Since frowning is considered a sign of disagreement, they also maintain a somewhat expressionless face when conversing as a sign of respect. Now that I have shared the key points of my speech, let me conclude. First, I told you about some interesting facts. Second, I told you about some places to visit. And finally, I told you about the culture of the Chinese people. After giving you information about China, I hope you enjoyed learning about this interesting country as much as I did.
Oops.